Welcome everybody to the Village of Walton Hills virtual Memorial Day presentation. As you are aware, because of the COVID-19 pandemic and the Stay Safe Ohio order, we are unable to have our traditional Memorial Day service in the courtyard. We thought it was very important that the village honor our veterans who gave the ultimate sacrifice of their life while serving their country. At this time, I thought it would be appropriate to ask the spirit of Abe Lincoln about his feelings during and after the worst of the wars this country has experienced. His spirit has lived on since the Civil War. President Lincoln, I'd like to ask you to give your presentation at this time.
I served as your president during the war between the states. I have said at that time that the events of that war are worse than hell. As the spirit of Abe Lincoln, I've observed that the circumstances and feelings of the Civil War soldiers have similarity to those of soldiers and other armed forces in all the wars since the Civil War. In preparation for my remarks at Gettysburg, which took place 157 years ago, I reviewed some letters, mainly written by ordinary soldiers from the front lines of both North and South. They reflect the violence. They reflect the horrors of the war. And similar experiences, I'm sure, exist between those soldiers and the servicemen of World War I, World War II, and Korea, and all the dreadful conflicts since. The losses in the wars are, of course, dreadful. In World War II, we lost 405,000 men. In Vietnam, it was 58,000. In Korea, it was 36,000. The Civil War cost the lives of 625,000 good men and women. This is a letter of the encounter in the Civil War between a soldier named Sullivan Ballou and his wife. I cannot describe to you the feelings on this calm summer night when 2,000 men are sleeping around me, many of them enjoying the past, perhaps before that of death, and I suspicious that death is creeping behind me with its fatal dart. I am communicating with God, my country, and thee. I have advocated that I love honor more than I fear death. Sarah, do not mourn me dead. Think I am gone, and wait for me, for we shall meet again. Ballou was killed in Manassas 6 months later. 19-year-old Webb Baker wrote from Illinois. He wrote a descriptive message of the tight communities that were involved in the war. He wrote about his brother John from the Perryville battleground in Kentucky. Oh, mother, how can I say it? But I must. John is dead. He was killed on the battlefield in one of the hottest engagements of the war. He was struck in 2 places. The balls must have hit him at the same instant. One entered his left side at the waistband and passing through his heart. The other struck him in the neck, under the jaw, and near the jugular vein. Either of the balls would have killed him instantly. He evidently never moved after he fell, nor at all only to fall, for his arms were at the same position as they would be at to shoot a gun. I was on the right side of the battlefield and he on the left. I did not know that he was on the field until that next day. There was only a skirmish on the right, but on the left it was very, very hot. He got back about 8 or 10 feet from where he had fell, but that was the agony of the look on his face. There were 2 others of the company killed. I had permission from Captain Taggart and helped to bury the boys and mark the place. I send you a lock of John's hair. Everything was taken from his pockets but his testament. That's his Bible. John died like a man and a soldier at his post and in the front rank. Would I had died in his stead, my true noble-hearted. I trust and hope that God will protect me from the terror of my night and the destruction that wasteth at noonday. I feel as if my life is to be spared. What a great vicarious sacrifice our homes and country are costing. How many noble-hearted brothers. I can't write more. God bless and sustain you in this great bereavement. Truly, your son, Webb. September 17th, 1862 remains the bloodiest day in U.S. military history. General Robert E. Lee and the Confederate Army were stopped at Antietam in Maryland by the Union General George McClellan and his numerically superior forces. By nightfall, 26,000 men were dead, wounded, or missing. It is most certainly appropriate that we memorialize those who have given their lives through way too many years in the cause of freedom. And we do that today in the village of Walton Hills, as is done throughout the United States of America.
Thank you, Spirit of Abe Lincoln, Mr. Phil Williamson, for that presentation. I'd like to thank all the residents of Walton Hills for viewing this virtual presentation. I'd like to thank Mr. Phil Williamson again. And at this time, myself, Mr. Williamson, would ask all the residents to take a moment today and reflect on all the men and women who have given their life the ultimate sacrifice while serving their country on this Memorial Day. Thank you again. God bless Walton Hills, God bless the state of Ohio, and God bless the United States of America.